Hello, everybody. How are we all doing? Hope we're doing absolutely fantastically today. And look, I just had my mouse in the. Oh god, I had the mouse. I was like, oh, this is a great view. And what do? I chuck my mouse in the way. Anyway, we're back for some more Ajarnie. We finished Balmora, and now that's the wrong button. Now we travel to Nar Shaddaa. What's actually the backstory of this quest? We're on the trail of the lost artifacts of Tulak Horde. We got one in Balmora, which are believed to be the key to a secret ritual that will grant me great power. Darth Zash has traced one of them to Nar Shaddaa, travel there and contact her to learn more about its whereabouts. So we're going to Nar Shaddaa. We also have mail. Major Tyrus, I want to thank you again for your hand. I'm going to get interrupted by a holocall. Let me just have the holocall first. Yeah, here it is.
Apprentice,
I realized halfway through reading.
Nar Shaddaa safely. Good. Don't let the glittering towers fool you. Misery and desperation rule the slums below. And desperation can drive people to many things. Remember that in your attempts to recover the artifact here.
Any idea where I should start?
In this case, the who is more important than the where.
Ah, I see.
The artifact, a pendant called the Eye of Tulak, belongs to the Sith Lord Palladius. He's lived here many years, converting Nar Shaddaa's poor and suffering into zealous followers. His own cult.
He sounds like a very cunning man. I admire that.
Cunning, devious, persuasive, yes, and atrociously stubborn. Palladius leads his cult from seclusion, but you can draw him out. I've contacted 2 of his former cult members. They're in hiding now, fearing retribution, but hungry for revenge. They should prove useful.
Now remember, everyone, there's only one difference between having a cult and having a slave group. And that difference is the free belief in following your leader. Like, that is the only difference between a slave ring and a cult, is that the slaves don't like it there, whereas the cultists believe everything they're being fed. Today you learned. I'm making that up, but I mean, look, it sounds pretty reasonable, doesn't it? Anyway, we're not against cults here, we're just against slaves. If these guys want to be here, then they want to be here, okay? That's none of our business.
I'm certain they will.
I have encouraged their cooperation with the assurance that once Palladius is gone, the cult is theirs to lead. Circumstances change, of course. Do whatever you feel is necessary with Palladius and his cult. The
I will.
artifact is all that matters.
I'll get the artifact, but then I'll do whatever I want. So that's our goal here, is we're gonna... Val wants to speak to me? Little Sith, I'd forgotten what a delight it is to roam the galaxy and feast on its energies. I have not felt this full since the battles of In and Chabosh, when Veshik Urk and I followed our masters into war and feasted on armies of Jedi. Why am I having a severe sense of deja vu right now?
I'm not familiar with In or Chabosh.
It was in the days before Tulak Horde was Dark Lord of the Sith. On In, the Jedi had laid siege to an Imperial stronghold. Tulak Horde broke the siege single-handedly. And then he pressured forward to Jedi-held Chabosh, leaving nothing but Jedi blood in his wake. I never lacked force to feed on in those days.
Continue to follow me, and I promise those days will return.
I doubt you'll be able to live up to those words, little Sith. Still, when I fight at your side, I begin to feel like I did then, when Veshik Urk and I fought at our masters' sides, and none could defeat us. Game, you gonna progress, or... Okay, it was just gonna stare at me awkwardly for no reason. Love that. Back to our mail. I want to thank you again for your handling of the special cargo at K-52 in Balmora, where you managed to sterilize the cave with little resistance. More importantly, you were able to recover information from the Rebels' computers suggesting how they plan to smuggle their force-sensitive cargo off-world. As a result, we've cracked one of the Rebels' key supply chains lines and seized, fudge, a large amount of contraband. I've included a sample with this message, merely for your inspection, of course. Money, 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 money. My lord, just following out to make sure neither the colloquy serum nor your exposure to toxic waste has resulted in any unpleasant side effects. Although I have nothing but the utmost faith in Dr. Tarek's skills, I'd still recommend a full medical examination. Yeah, we don't need it, we're fine. I'll take the money before I read, you know, like you do with the birthday cards. My master extends her compliments. Grand Marshal's confession regarding the illegal invasion had a greater impact than previous thought. His words have been heard from the core worlds to the outer rim. The Republic Senate is shivering in anticipation of our response to his actions, exactly as the Dark Council hoped. A key element in the Council's strategy has been achieved. Awesome. Now that I've finally caught up on all the mail I refused to read and got all my rewards from it, and now the med pack is not great, we're gonna go to Nar Shaddaa. We're gonna land on the planet, and we're just gonna focus on the planetary storyline and the brain. The planetary storyline and the class quest, because there's so many side quests, and I don't want to be taking 15 fudging videos per planet. It's more like 5, but you know what I mean. I know what I mean, at least. I can actually take my mount. Oh my god, it's so big. Okay. Well, that was useless. We'll just take our mount for the 5-second ride. Let's go. Okay. Now, I don't think I've run through all the planetary quest lines on the Sith side yet. Oh, no, I would have, but it's been so long that I've forgotten. Because I completed the Sith Warrior and the Bounty Hunter ages ago. Registration, purpose, Imperial... Okay. Sure. Process and upload. To whom?
Where do you think you're sending that scan?
Master's Imperial Command Presence holographic link open.
Forgive the unorthodox introductions. Moro Vizon, Head of Special Operations for the Imperial Diplomatic Service. I need assistance plucking a thorn from the Empire's side. It should be a trivial task for a Sith, my lord, but I want the world to see your power.
Be careful what you seek to unleash.
Of course, I meant no disrespect. I was tasked with gathering allies on Nar Shaddaa. Hut clans, corporations, gangsters. But one man has resisted our entreaties. Ukabi is the local leader of the Exchange, a galaxy-spanning criminal organization specializing in high-tech vice. Ukabi and the Exchange refuse to join us.
Oh, I can persuade him to join if you catch my drift.
You want me to convince this Ukabi to change his mind?
We're long past that point.
You want me to kill him
spends
then?
more money than most governments on spies, slicers, and scientists. Anyone they can't buy, they kidnap. They would have been valuable friends, but Ukabi drugs and tortures my messengers. We need to make an example of him.
How?
What exactly does this entail?
I want his army decimated, his arms caches looted, his chemical refineries razed to the ground. I want to show a force so overwhelming that no one on Nar Shaddaa will ever deny the Empire again. If you would grant us this favor.
Absolutely.
It may serve my purposes. The Exchange
Rain
will burn.
death and destruction down on our
The Exchange
enemies.
operates out of the
Why
Corellian
not?
sector of the city. Your path of destruction begins there. When you're through crippling the operations, you can find me at my command post. I'll be watching the chaos from my chambers.
Absolutely. Like, why not? Why the fudge would we not? You know? Oh, shoot. That's something I should test or check. Okay, I do not have every single speeder rank. Because I'm at, like, level 40. I could buy the rest. Not from the speeders, so you can only buy them through the fudging legacy panel, as far as I'm aware. Please, someone tell me if I'm wrong. Because it's so expensive.
Open for business.
I don't know.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Have a safe and pleasant stay. Recognized travel is for official business only. Nar Shaddaa looks quite beautiful. Will say, I love it. It's so... like, it does such a good job at showing that it's a lawless den, but it's still a mega city. Like, it sells it so perfectly with all the lights and just the vibe, the nature of it. I've always loved how well they've made Nar Shaddaa. Is it my favorite planet? No, not by a long shot, but they did a good job with it. Oh my god, I remember I was like running past this area the other day on another one of my characters, and there was just a whole RP event going on there. Like, I had no idea what was going on, not a clue, oh no, it was over here. They both looked the same. But anyway, I didn't really have a point to that. I just wanted to sort of say, like, there was a large crowd of people from different guilds. and they were just role playing, and it was like I had no idea what was going on, but it was pretty cool. I love how games like this bring people together. Anyway,
Oh, Destress,
we're here now.
dear brutish Destress. And Riley, so beautiful and intelligent. You were like children to me, which is why it pains me to do this.
Oh no, he's gonna kill them, isn't he?
You can cut the act, Palladius. You never cared about any of your children.
He's like, no, I
You don't need a
didn't.
tyrant for a father.
Ah, well said. Marvelous last words. Truly, I expected nothing less, which is what makes this so hard.
I'm gonna watch him kill them.
Now, if you'll excuse me, my other children would like to play with you.
Well, I found the cult. Why are they turning on me? That's rude. Your job was to turn on the others, not on me. I did nothing. Thundering blast to death. Blam. Oh no, Kemval's been affected. Kemval, buddy. Buddy? Okay, he's good. He's good. We're chill. We're chill. I used my cleanser. Didn't matter.
The cavalry looks like. Appreciate the help, but I had it under control.
Did you? Show my master some respect, weakling, or I'll be all too happy to consume you. Oh dang, he angry.
Destress, this isn't some holo you're talking to. My lord.
See, that's how we get treated. She's right about this.
You would be wise to follow her lead.
Course, my lord. Sorry.
Don't say that
There
with
was a
such
lady Sith
venom.
a while back, Darth Sash. Said she'd send someone to help us out. You it?
Palladius has something I need. And if helping you will get it for me, then yes.
Good, because it makes me sick to think Palladius is out there while I'm cooped up in this rat hole.
That sounds like a you
Palladius
problem.
built his empire on the backs of the poor. Said he'd save them from their miserable lives.
Said we'd make a mighty sword and strike against our enemies? It was all lies. It was all lies, but you win the support of the poor, you knock Palladius's legs out from under him.
The
Wonderful.
masses will worship me by dawn.
Dang right they
The
will.
way Palladius did. Find the biggest, most vicious gang on the block and crush them. Right now, the gang's the Kraits, named after the Krayt dragon on Tatooine. Their leader,
Lovely.
Sabin, thinks he's descended from one. Take
From
out
a-
Sabin, and the masses will see you as a
From
regular
a crate
hero.
dragon?
And when another gang rises to take the Krait's place,
You're right. Taking out the crates wins you followers only until the next gang rises up. But there may be another way. A plague called the Rot afflicts the poorest of Nar Shaddaa's poor. But it can be cured, and the person who does so will be regarded not just as a hero, but as a prophet.
Yeah, I'd rather fight the gang. I ain't curing no disease.
I think I'll stick with what I know best. Murder and mayhem.
The direct approach. I like it. The Krait's lair is in the Corellian sector. Crush their leader, and the masses will take notice.
Okay, let's go and crush us some crate dragons. Take out some gangs. Gang gang. Gang taking out gang. Gang taking out gang gang. I don't know what I'm saying. We're gonna go crush us some pretenders. Or specifically the one dude he thinks he's descended from a crate dragon. The weirdo. I don't like judge people here, but that dude thinks he is the descendant of a giant lizard. Like I don't know what better way to put it. He is not a lizard man hiding among the politicians and government, secretly controlling the world. Lizard people, am I
Select an
right?
available travel route.
I'm making stuff up. This is what happens when I've been studying all day and I'm now left my brain rotting, just a lump in my head, doing nothing because what the fudge can I even do? It's a mess. I'm a mess. We're all messes. I have discovered the Corellian sector. That's lovely. I haven't even landed here yet. I should be looking at the beautiful, like, planet rather than down at my ship. Oh, how far down that goes. Okay. And off we go. And on we go. get off one vehicle to get on another. My God, I can't speak. Okay, so we have two objectives here. This one here is the crate gang. So we're going to go to their hideout and we're going to kill a bunch of crate people. Ooh. I could also zip zap some of these boys. I don't know if that's actually going to do anything for us. It didn't. It literally does not matter at all. So screw that. We're just going to go in, then see what we're capable of. My dude is scanning us. Not to be confused with scamming us, which he is most certainly probably not doing. I mean, look, he may be scamming us. How would I know? There we go. Oh, I love it. The lightning. Oh, so cool, so cool, so cool. Zap. Ouch. Oh, okay. Now that's just rude now. He's almost dead. Okay, well now he is dead. Okay. Right, I should be sending Kemval in first. I don't know why I'm not. Kemval, go charge, kill, attack, slaughter. So good, so good. Does this instant kill them, I wonder? Yep, that it does. I'm like, I wonder how much damage this explosive barrel does. All of it. It does all of the damage. Every last bit of the damage it will do. Wow, that combo, adding the mind crushing, the affliction, and then thundering blast is overpowered as hell. Like that just annihilated them. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He was gone. Okay, there's Sabin over there. We got to defeat him and his bodyguards. You know what I say about that, Kemval? Go fetch. I haven't said go fetch in a while. Starting to wonder if I've even have said it here, or if that was purely a thing I say on stream. Doesn't matter, go fetch. Should take out the bodyguards. There we go, now he's dead. Give me the loot. Ooh. It requires heavy armor, but dang does it look good. That'll be from another character.
My lord, I wanted to apologize for Destris earlier. He was out of line.
At least one of you knows her place.
I have a great deal of respect for you. I just wanted you to know that. You radiate a power that Palladius, for all his ranting and demanding, never did.
Why, thank you.
I'm glad you noticed.
Anyway, if we want to make a stab at taking over Palladius' cult, we need a real headquarters. Somewhere you can speak, hold meetings. I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of finding a place.
Good work. I like her.
You've done well. Now, tell me about this place.
The place is called the Strel House, for a charity worker named Dagon Strel. The people look to him as a leader. He's been dead nearly a decade, but his name still means something. And I thought it couldn't hurt to have his name associated with yours.
I suppose it'll do.
It's hardly a seat of power.
Power is hard to come by in the lower levels of Nar Shaddaa.
Why does it have to be associated with someone nice? Can't it be associated with someone like evil and murderous? To go along with us, the evil and murderous one. I have a feeling that, and I'm gonna hate this, I have a feeling that the dude will be a companion, but not her. I don't know, I feel like she's getting far too much the forefront sort of spotlight at the moment. Could be so very wrong. It could be neither of them. It might be neither of them. But if I had to pick one of them, well, I mean, I'd pick the girl, but if I had to pick, like, guess which one would be the companion, it'd be the guy. But too early to tell. What's this man doing down on the ground there? Who knows? Nami. Okay, what do we need to do here? We need to destroy arms caches. I don't know how it's actually pronounced. I'm gonna out myself. Not a freaking clue. Sure, it's all three of them are correct. Cache, and cache. Probably not cache. Cache and cache. I wasn't sure if that was going to be an enemy or not there. Oh, that's a lot. Okay, that's a lot of enemies. Kenval, how about you attack the dude that's shooting at us? Yeah? That would be nice. Rather than just stare at me as I take damage like a rude, what even are you? Deshade? Like a rude Deshade? Fudge. Too many words have multiple possibly correct pronunciations. Like, screw the English language and by extension every language that has words based off of English. Or like made up words, if you will. Like Deshade/Deshard, obviously it's not English, it's a made up word, but the person who made it was probably English. So fudge them. I blame everything on the English language, even if it is not the English language itself. But you know why? Because I can get away with it. Who's gonna stop me? You? Didn't think so. You're dead on the floor. A blue beam coming out of you. Bam. Gone. I need to kill 2 more of these guys, so I may as well. Okay, and they're dead. I was not expecting the instant kill there. Also, this water is falling at a rate of like 10 water per second. Like, my whole game is running at 90 frames per second right now, but that water is like, nah, we're just gonna run at 10 frames. Just to be nice. Like, come on. Also, it looks like it's flowing more freely up there than it is down here. I don't even know what's going on. This whole thing is a lie. Fudge. I don't know. Brain no worky. But you know what do worky? My video game skills, clearly. Obviously, my video game skills are on point right now. What am I doing here? Oh, yes. The gangs. You are bold calling us now. I do not like bold.
Godoba, please. I have good news.
Do not attempt to dissimulate.
No dissimulation intended.
But you are.
But I wanted you to meet someone, my lord. Allow me to introduce the Diplomatic Services allies on Nar Shaddaa, the Shadow Syndicate.
Who are these people?
I'll show you around the room. Godoba the Hutt, owner of the club Vertica Casino and 5 city sectors. Your ship is docked in his spaceport.
You don't know that. Yes, and you were standing in my building. Okay, you might know that one.
Varko Ti, Chomash of the Nar Shaddaa Labor Alliance. There are no better slavers in the galaxy.
Oh, so I hate him immediately.
And last, DXTX, primary hub of the DX Annihilator network.
XD.
Destructive prowess is respectable. Negotiations permitted.
Together, they represent key powers. Yukabi and the Exchange could have joined them, but thanks to your strike, we needn't worry about the Exchange anymore.
Some insects keep crawling after being stomped.
You may be more right than you know. This woman has lied to you.
What? Does she even know what she has done? Your strike may have crippled the Exchange's business operations, but every time a fool attacks Yukabi's holdings, devastation follows, and Yukabi expands his territory.
Blundered before, and now we all pay the price.
I should have killed you instead of the Exchange.
I'm sure they're exaggerating the situation.
Oh, she's panicking. My informants tell me Yukabi is preparing for war against the Empire and all its allies.
He's preparing an army of steam-enhanced killers and cybernetically linked assassins.
Detonite droid production has increased.
Ah, very well. If Yukabi won't learn his lesson, then the Empire can handle his dying blows.
That's enough out of you.
Quiet. You've caused plenty of trouble already.
My sources report exchange death squads on the move. As you destroyed his assets, he'll destroy
I hit my
ours.
microphone, I'm sorry.
Promenade, factories, slave pens.
Death squads in the casinos, slaughtering customers, massacring my slaves.
Okabe is drawing energy for his chemical enhancement facilities. He augments soldiers for battle. He must be stopped now.
I'm not a strategist. Your recommendation, my lord?
Let's go on the offensive.
Let the exchange target civilians while we carve out their heart.
These enhancement facilities, what are they?
Okabe uses Kolto tanks, medical equipment, to pump his elite full of
We'll
adrenals.
have to destroy the tanks and face their creations.
I'll alert our forces here and keep the Shadow Syndicate in line. We can discuss this when you return.
There will be no discussion. If she survives. Exactly what I'm thinking, Godobo. Exactly what I'm thinking. That's a pretty big if. Now, before we leave, I want to unlock the listing post quick travel. I don't know why it hasn't done so automatically. Okay, now it does right before I actually activate it. Typical. Typical. Now we're headed down here and there. Okay, so they are both the same quest. What's that? Okay, we're gonna go kill some super soldier prototypes. Look at that 10 frames per second water. Oh, isn't it so beautiful? Makes me sad just looking at it, knowing the beauty it could be if it were ever so slightly faster. Okay. Anyway, we're almost there. Where's the entrance? Oh, thank God it's over here. I was like, I don't know where the entrance is. I can target all of them. Oh, he almost just got out of range. Okay, well now he's at me, and that's no good. No bueno. Okay. Super soldier. Oh my God. And Val's gonna kill it before I. Yep. I knew it. What happens? He did it again too. I didn't even notice. Zap, zap. Okay. Slash. Slash. That's one super soldier. Oh, he's not dead. Okay, he is very much not dead. He is very much alive. That is a live super soldier. We're gonna hit him with the big thundering blast. That was probably a little overkill. I'm a little angry. I'm a little angry at what's her name? The girl who screwed us over, and now we have to be put into this situation. How dare she? Taking my anger out on all these grunts. Okay, another super soldier. Kemval, I'm expecting you to take the lead as I do my combo. Crushing Darkness, Affliction, Thundering Blast. Oh, that's such a good startup. Kemval. Kemval. Thank you muchly. Yeah, you get pulled, not me. Oh my God. There we go. I keep misclicking on everything. I don't know why they all died, but I will not complain. Oh, did it really just... I missed out at the last second. And the same with that. I keep missing out. Okay, well, it's fine. He's dead anyway. I'm gonna go back to Maro. We're gonna go back tomorrow. No, we're gonna go back today. I'm so funny. I tried to do my sound effect and it didn't work. My badumts is broken. Hold on. Is it gonna work now? Yeah. Why was it broken before? That's dumb. That's stupid. Anyway. Maro, we're here to make up for everything that you screwed up. And I expect you to make up for it presently. Uh-oh, Ikabi's there.
You have made an unforgivable mistake.
This is not necessary, Ikabi. We should not be enemies.
You began this conflict. All our businesses suffer. Now you all die.
That's big talk from a terrified little gangster.
The attacker.
Hi,
You have
yes.
weakened my forces, but my death squads wade through blood as we speak. I have killed your kind before, Sith. I will again.
You, Imperial Diplomat, this is your fault.
It looks bad, I know, but I've been working on a
I thought he was in the room with them. I thought it was going to kill them all. Strategy?
So, what's the next step?
Our guards captured a few of the gangsters. The exchange is based in the tunnels running under this sector. Maybe now's the time to push. Wipe them out, their leaders, along with Yukabi.
The DX Annihilator Network approves.
Perhaps. I think I speak on behalf of the Shadow Syndicate when I ask, with due respect, can this be done?
Do not underestimate the power that flows through me, Slaver.
Exactly. Don't underestimate me.
Certainly not.
You'll have to take out the members of Yukabi's inner circle. All of them are cybernetically enhanced.
Custom-built masterworks, equal to 12 Mandalorian warriors.
When they're dead, proceed to Yukabi's chambers. Do whatever you have to do.
You live this time simply because I didn't get the opportunity to kill you. That's the only reason she lives. The game didn't let me kill her. But next time you go down with the ship. You're going down with the ship. Okay, let us... Ooh, actually, it'll probably be faster to just run this way through everything and then go up rather than up then. There's a lot of although this does have a little Well, too late now. I'm on my little Terraclaw Raptor running through the streets on my giant dinosaur. That's not really that giant, but it's still a dinosaur. I don't even know how it's alive because it's a dinosaur, but this was a long time ago. A galaxy far, far away. What am I doing? I don't know where like half of the things I do come from. They just sort of pop up out of nowhere. I didn't even have a clue. I hope you enjoyed my little sing-along song because I sure did. Wasn't Aka Jarvis. Oh, maybe it was. Does Aka Jarvis seem like the type to just psychotically sing as she does her business? Like, I feel like the answer to that is a resounding yes, but it's hard to tell when she is but a figment of my imagination. We'll save that for later. Okay, we're here to kill everyone, apparently. Kemval, did you have to kill the one dude that I was charging my attack on? That's sort of inconsiderate, don't you think? Like, you could have killed anyone. Anyway, we're here to kill Tanith now. Kemval, do your work. Ooh, that's a big fireball. Too bad you're getting a big shadow ball. It's super effective. Shadow Ball is one of my favorite ghost type moves. Well, not ghost type moves, just moves in general. I really love Shadow Ball. No, I don't know why. I just do, okay? I need to defeat 10 of his forces. Kemval, please attack the middle dude. Thank you. Oh my god. This makes 9 and 10. Okay, now I'm gonna attack this other guy because otherwise Kemvar will, you know, murder. Murder? Murder. That was a throwback. I haven't said murder like that in ages. I didn't even get to do my whole combo on him. I didn't even get to use my Thundering Blast because my other abilities popped off. Oh, hey, it's Shanda. Hey, Kemval. Go attack. Ouch. Well, that's just rude. She knocked me I got... You're never gonna kick me down. There's Monkabi, but I could kill the Exchange Heavy because why not? Oh, hello, Pika. I think Pika freaked out because he came flying right to me, squawking. Unlimited power. They need heavy armor. Stop giving me stuff I can't wear. Oh, I can use that though. When did I get that? I think I would have known if I got that. Clearly, I didn't know. And now we breach the door to Akabi's chambers. And we take out this crime boss once and for all. I don't even see him here. He's with the Shadow Syndicate, isn't he? Oh no.
My lord.
Get off the table.
There, my lord. It's Mora Weizen.
You know better than to interrupt me.
This is an emergency. The Exchange is attacking. Yukabi is here. Someone sold us out. Get back as soon as you can. We can't hold them.
You know, I'm not surprised that she's been sold out, considering the absolute failure that she was. But hey, I'm just a little Sith. And little Sith things, and forgetting I have rocket boots. My rocket boots are gonna run out before I even load in, aren't they? Ah, right as I do. That is discrimination, and I will not be having it here. Actually. I could fast travel back. How much is a fast travel back? Oh, only 450? I have 400,050. Not really. Oh my god. Went the wrong way and then my mouse jumped and then I panicked and then I unpanicked and I solved the problem. The end. Here he is.
What shall it be? Does one die? Do both?
Kill her. That was our deal. Kill her.
You horrible worm.
You are both wretched, and now you here to rescue the woman and the traitor. I am Ukabi.
You're about to burn, little cyborg. How do your parts handle electricity?
Look upon my body. Cortosis skin grafts. Intravenous colto injection system. Holographic
I feel like he just didn't hear my question.
Only mortal.
I have thunder zappy zap powers. They will fry your little circuity circuits. You pulled me as my thing went off. That's actually rigged. Anyway, you deal with Kemval and I'll just sit back here throwing all my dots on you. Hope you don't mind. Yeah, look at that. Easy. Ooh, give me those gloves. Gloves.
I don't think he's getting up. Colto injections can't restore a dead man.
Yes, very good. You should be proud to have saved us from that monster.
Don't
Don't you dare talk. You brought him here. You tried to get me killed.
Hardly a surprise.
What else would you expect from a Hutt?
It was not only me, the Shadow Syndicate agreed. Varco wanted it most of all.
Maybe, but you made the call to Akabi.
Only after you made him our enemy. You cut our profits in half. This is business. The Empire's been a good partner to us, but this woman, she is incompetent, interfering. You have seen this.
Perhaps you have a point.
How dare you?
Kill her. Let business proceed. Let a smarter girl take her place, and the Shadow Syndicate will reward you. Our wealth and power, your... Yeah, I accept this offer. She was horrible. She didn't think twice about doing things, and she got us all into trouble, so...
The Shadow Syndicate is in my debt. Don't forget it.
Why?
Because you were a fool, and this is the Sith way. Yeah, that's a wall. You're not going any further, buddy. Wow, we didn't even get to see the lightsaber smack her. Excellent. The Syndicate should convene. Come.
I promise the unfortunate loss of Morovisian will not inhibit our alliance with the Empire.
The DX Annihilator Network will supply data on exchange activities. They will reassemble.
We'll work to crush them and all the Empire's enemies on Nar Shaddaa. Our promise.
Now don't think of betraying me, or you'll get what happened to her to happen to you.
If I'm connected with this, you're the first to die.
Noted.
Noted. We will keep you no longer. Enjoy our city. There's much to experience and much to offer. And that, because both of those suck, so I'm taking that. Hey, level 41. When's my next thing? 43. So, that will be all for this part. Because I'm now realizing we can do one section per video now. Like, we've just done the whole Corellian sector. That's it. It's done. So I think because we're only focusing on planetary storyline and class story, we can get one section of a planet done per video, which means that each planet should be done in 4 videos. And there'll be shorter videos too. Well, maybe not necessarily shorter. This is still a 42-minute video, but like it's not been a 50-minute video or an hour-long video. So I don't know. It's still worth it, I guess. Anyway, I'm just gonna slowly make my way back to the fly point and then fly over to our next location. So that way, next time we can start right back off exactly where we need to be. Maybe not exactly where. We'll be at the landing pad, but anyway. Anyhoozle, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys are all good with the no side quest future of this playthrough. God, those were words and a half that I totally know what I'm saying. Anyway, we're making our way back to the upper promenade.
Have a safe and pleasant stay.
I will have a safe and pleasant stay, and you guys, thank you for watching. I hope you also have a safe and pleasant stay here with AJ videos. So I'm gonna go before I make more of a fool of myself. Have yourselves a great time. So I need to catch you all later. Take care, have fun, goodbye, and don't die or I will cry. Goodbye.